called, but the chosen are few. Mary J. Blige, this is No One Else off the My Life album. I'm sitting here today with legendary coach, legendary player out of the city of Milwaukee, Alina Cunningham. Thank you for coming and getting your flowers, your roses. I don't even like saying that flower shit, but this is the MKE chosen few, the best ballers, the best coaches out of the city of Milwaukee. My mentor, Alina Cunningham. Thank you for coming to the show today.
Thank you for having me. I feel so honored.
Yeah, it's all good. I had to wait to get the shit right to get you up in here. So let us run down Alina's accolades for y'all who forgot. Like, I was there. I'm going to lean back and say all this, too. Let me get right. Co-Coach of the Year in the City Conference. I'm thinking she probably got that shit about 3 times. We got that down. Time Warner Coach of the Year. Time Warner Cable for all my old heads. First African-American female to take a team to the Wisconsin State Tournament, WIA Tournament. First coach to take Milwaukee Rufus King to the state tournament twice. The head coach of Rufus King, who stopped Milwaukee Washington High School 108 city conference game winning streak. That was 13 years, y'all. 5 city conference championships. You got way more than that, Doc, don't you?
I do, probably.
You got, well,
Gotta guess.
that's 5.
Probably 6.
Tech and MSL, did
Probably
you get in
6.
there?
Probably just 6.
Let's say 6.
Yeah.
9 regional championships, 2 sectional championships, 2 state appearances in 2004, 2007 at Rufus King. Turned 3 different programs around after the first year and was 500 each of the first seasons. All 3 teams, Rufus King, Bradley Tech, Milwaukee School of Languages, were all ranked at some point in the state during their tenure there. 2007, Rufus King forced the most turnovers in WIA history at state. That was like, 27, 23, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
She coached in her final few years, Milwaukee School of Languages, with her husband, my man, John Cunningham, who coached their daughter, JC Cunningham, who now plays for Chicago State. Now, listen, this is when you can't dispute these numbers. I wish I was in her camera, too. You cannot dispute these numbers. Alina has coached players that have played at the junior college level, Division III, Division II, Division I, NAI level. She has 2 players when she started out coaching at Bradley Tech. She has 2 players when she was the JV coach, lead varsity assistant at Marshall. She has 20 players from Rufus King. She has 6 from Tech, and she has 6 from Milwaukee School of Languages. I can add that shit up. That is 36 young ladies who went to college under Alina Cunningham coaching, player development. We're talking about picking up, dropping off, rebounding, coaching, teaching them how to be young ladies, teaching them how to be students and athletes at the same time. Man, Coach Doc, that's 36. I'd question anybody to rival that.
That's amazing. We were blessed. We had great parents who allowed us to coach our young ladies up and teach them lifelong lessons. And a lot of the kids would spend time at my house, like our Steph Crowley, Shanita Landry, Rach, Reed. I could just keep naming Vanna Shack, Needy, Shayla. They all Keena. Oh wow, our Keena, and who also played Division II on a full scholarship.
Yep. Hold on, I ain't done bigging up my homegirl. She has 6 players that play professionally overseas and in the country. We have, what's Roz' last name?
Rosalind Ross.
Rosalind Ross, first player from Wisconsin, WNBA, drafted.
And she came, Rosalind and Spencer Ross both came to my job. I was working at Malcolm X. Yeah. And she said, I just wanted to come and thank my docky. And this was like literally, I got everybody at Malcolm X and we watching on somebody's TV in the office. Yeah. And we're seeing her name go across ESPN, getting drafted. And next thing you know, she pulls up about an hour later at my job. And I'm just in tears. And I'm not even sensitive. Yeah. But I was like, oh my gosh, she was so grateful for me yelling at her and fussing at her. And her mom said, she said, Doc, you know what? When Rosalind passed, when she was murdered, her mom said she would always be like, I'm mad at Docky. I'm not going with her. And I'm 22 years old coaching them, right? Next morning, she said, Rosalind, 8 a.m. She's, Docky, you on your way to get us? And I would be like, Rosalind, I'm not your age. Right. And it was like, you're coming to get me a Clover. I'm like, yes. Yep. But I would go get them.
That's all good. Well, we ain't done. Like she said, Alina started coaching at the age of 22 years old at her alma mater, Milwaukee Tech. And for her high school coach, Chill.
Yes, Chill. Legendary coach.
Legendary coach.
So grateful.
Yeah.
So grateful.
And then she moved on to coaching at Milwaukee Marshall. She was 24 years old. She was the JV. She was able to turn around and had a perfect season and 3 championships at the JV level in the city conference, and she shared one with Vincent. Went on to play her collegiate career. We're going backwards now. Collegiate career, Bethany Lutheran College. That's in Minnesota?
That's in Mankato, Minnesota.
Mankato, Minnesota. Nominated for the Hall of Fame, all MCCC. How many times?
Probably both years, because I did well both years, but my mama had the newspaper of that one, and that was my sophomore year. All
tournament 2 times, all SCCC, tied for the most steals in a single game season.
With Serena Fang, one of my best friends.
Okay. MVP, 102 steals in a single season. Back to the high school days, played at Bradley Tech, one of the top 50 players in the state as a junior, second team all conference, 5 assists per game, 5 steals per game. I know what that means. You playing plenty D.
Because I had to. And at Milwaukee Tech, Mr. Williams was like, we will be known for our defense.
Right.
And so that carried on as coaches for myself as well as Serena.
Yeah.
We made sure our kids were going to lock up.
No doubt, no doubt. And Mary Crest, was that the JUCO?
No, Bethany was the JUCO. Mary Crest is the 4-year.
Mary Crest 4-year, all conference defensive player of the year. Defensive player of the year?
Yes. My coach was nuts. I was like, Coach Walker, this lady's crazy. Like, she's an all-American ball player herself. Yeah. And she's like, you're going to guard such and such. Now, mind you, this chick she's telling me to guard, she's like 5'11", and I'm like, is she built? And I'm like, Coach, did you say my name by accident? And she looked at me, and I was like, okay, I got her. Right. But the young lady averaged 21 points a game. Every time I had to defend her, she got 6
points.
There
you go.
So Coach Walker wasn't playing with me.
That sounds like Coach Doc, anybody that know. Well, we are glad to have you here. I've done nothing but coaches and my friends. Now we got to get into the players, but I couldn't get into the players until I give you yours right now. So we're glad to have you here. You're a legend. And thank you for coming to the studio. Now, let's get into it. Take me back to the beginning with this basketball.
So when I first started playing, my brother and his friend didn't want me to play. And I got mad, and, I'm very competitive. So my dad built me, he's a welder. He made a rim, and he made the rim slightly too small on accident. Oh, but he also made a backboard and put it on a tree in our yard, and it was like a legendary hoop in San Maron Samuel Clemens. Mm-hmm. And so I taught myself how to play basketball, and my friend Michelle, we would beat my brother and his friend, and then the boys would start picking us up and let us run full court with them. No doubt. So that's where it started. I just started. So then I was on the dance team in middle school, and Coach Sally from Hamilton.
Yeah.
She was the gym teacher for Edison, and she was like, "Would you play on my middle school team?" And at this time, I didn't know she coached high school as well. And I was like, "No, I'm the captain of the drill team, and I got the white glove." No, and I wouldn't play. So then when I got to Tech, Nicole Kirksey Davis, she was like, Lee, she and I were going shopping. She was like, Lee, are you going to try out for the team? You know how to hoop, right? And I was like, yeah. She was like, you got shoes? I said, you know it. I got shoes before I got books. Right. And so I tried out for the team with her, and we just kill it, right? We run it. And so then afterwards, we was leaving. Coach Leland was like, well, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I was like, I'm going shopping. I just tried out with my homegirl. Right. And he was like, oh, you're going. He got my number. He called my mom. Next thing you know, I'm on the team and I'm playing ball.
That's it. That's love. So you fell in love with the game with your brothers then? It was where would you say you fell in love with the game at?
Watching with my mom, watching the Bucks and stuff like that. But I just started playing because I always wanted to be. I was competitive. And so I seen my brother play, and they would let me play. I said, oh, they got me messed up.
No doubt. So we just ran through all your accomplishments on the court. What about off the court? Like, what do you do?
I'm a school counselor, and wow, and that's really rewarding. My students all come back, and they just thank me for helping them, and like try to make sure they graduate. I got kids who are on ankle bracelets and some doing some things I know they shouldn't be doing in the streets, but they would do their work for me and turn in so that they could. I said, you need this high school diploma more. No matter what you do in life, you need this high school diploma. And students will work. It's getting harder now, but they will work for me.
Yeah. Me being in education too, I think it's easy as hell right now to go to school.
It is.
It's the outside shit, but if you into the outside shit more than school, then you need a healthy balance. But come on, y'all. Like, can you imagine if we had the Google Classroom. We damn near can cheat like crazy. We have all A's.
I told the kids, I said I was not a good high school student. I hated high school. I said I would have had a 4.5 in y'all.
Ain't no way in
right
hell.
now. I would never had a bag grade ever.
I don't encourage cheating, but I know people cheat. But I'm just saying, there's no way in hell your homework ain't done. Because it's easy.
Standards-based grading, you could turn it 3 assignments and pass. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't get it. I be thinking the laziness and how much, I ain't going to put it all on the parents, but they got a big piece of this parental involvement shit with how your kid doing. Because we know we had kids, and sometimes you try to get them to do the right thing, and they just don't. Then you got to get in that ass. But
you still get that tell. They know they not what they not finna do is act a fool.
Yeah. It's on us how much we get in their ass probably for the response we want to garner.
Yes.
Like,
exactly.
All right. What has basketball done for you?
Basketball has done a lot for me. It helped me to become the leader that I am today. It helped me to care about just the regular students as well as student athletes. And sometimes sports saves lives to me.
All day.
It saves lives because you got some kids where they could go down a very wrong path. Mm-hmm. When I got to MSL, I was told that one of my players, you're not going to like her. She's this, she's that. That kid ended up being my favorite because I like naughty kids. That's what
right.
Sia told me I like naughty kids.
That's right.
And she turned out being the best leader for us, and she was a big part of our success, but her stats won't show it.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. We all like that's one thing I learned from you. Get them kids, they need that extra little bit of luck, 'cause they'll break through brick walls for you.
They will.
In the school or on the basketball court. When you got to have a couple of them.
Yes, and we had just forgot my Crystal Johnson from Tech. I called her Tupac. She also played at MATC for a year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Man, ridiculous.
Yes.
What's the furthest basketball is taking you as far as you playing a coach? Like, what's the furthest, the heights of your career?
Well, I would say as a coach, just going to the state tournament and taking a prestigious school like Rufus King, and then being the first African American female to take a girls team to state, and that just make them powerful. King was good when I was playing, but they had went all the way down, and so then to be able to turn that program around. In a year, because I was sad that we were 500 the first year, and my AD, Mr. Nolan was our AD. He was like, "That's good, Doc." I was like, "No, you don't know me. That's not good. I'm upset." So everybody had assignments, what I call those prescriptions. This is what you're gonna work on over the summer. Don't come back without having done these things.
Absolutely.
And so that helped us to become powerful. And then just putting things on the back of Quisha and Kenyelle.
Yeah.
That was big, but they were able to carry that load. And then the young babies, Shanita Landry, who was hilarious. Man. She and Danielle Ward. Now, a lot of people forget about Danielle Ward and how impactful she was to King being good. Yeah. Audrey Allen, all of those, Keena. It's so many that I could just continue to name. It's just I actually worked with our Rachel Story. That was so fun.
Right.
When we had a student versus staff game, and I was coaching. Rachel almost made somebody fall.
She still got that.
Staff game.
Still got it.
Still got it.
Still got it. Now D Ward, she gets forgotten about, but D Ward was the first player that went major that didn't come from Washington out the city, if I can't remember.
No, that is absolutely correct for a very long time.
Yeah.
She went to Wisconsin, and she was just so impactful, and she had a lot of pressure on her because she was 6'4". And so there were times where before games, Danny would get nervous, and she would sit by me, and then I would just massage her shoulders, and I'd be like, "Okay, you good?" And if I forgot to do that, she may not have played that well, but if I remember to do that, Danielle was blocking shots out in the stands. It was so funny. I loved watching her, Shanita, and Serena Simmons block players 3-point. I'm like, they're shooting a 3-pointer. No. Yeah. Oh, good job, y'all.
Right. Absolutely. So you said you coached a student staff player, so you don't still get down no more.
No.
After that ACL?
Actually, it was my Achilles tendon, but I did play. Right. I played 2 times at Malcolm X, and I did go for almost 20 because Serena and Kelly Williams was on there, and our players were good at that time at Malcolm X, and they was talking trash. I was like, y'all don't really, we really do this. Right. I'm like early 30s, maybe 29. I was like, y'all got me messed up. Okay, we got you. And so I taught Dr. Reed, Latish Reed, who is just one of the prominent figures in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
So I taught her and Adair and McKay. I taught them how to play like in a week, and they were so funny. And so I gave Reed the MVP because she does not do sports,
Right.
but they stayed after practice. They said, "Coach, you had us doing suicides."
Oh man!
But they were able to score in the game,
Absolutely.
catch the passes. It was so
Absolutely.
much fun. Like,
Absolutely.
so we had a blast.
That's all good. That's all good. When do you feel like, as a player, from all the years you played, when was your prime?
I felt at Bethany and Marycrest.
Okay.
So at Tech, I started out, I was a bit lazy. I would use my athletic miss. So I didn't know Mr. Williams was like, Doc, you just using your God-given talent. And I'm like, break that down. What does that mean? But he was just basically saying, I'm not putting that extra energy in. This is the talents that God gave me, all this athleticism. So then he started making me push more. Serena would yell and say, get the ball, Doc. You know, she encouraging. And so she was a star. So I'm like, I got to get this. And so after that, I just kept hustling. Because my big sisters, they spoiled me. And they were so loving it. So I felt like I played some great ball at Tech, and it just kept getting better. Okay. So because I didn't do basketball organized younger, I kept getting better in college, and I had like 29 points at Marycrest like 3 times, at Bethany probably more than that.
Right.
It went crazy.
Damn.
Sia called me when I posted one of the newspaper clips that my mom had. She called me and said 102 steals in one season is just crazy, Mom. I said, are you gonna match that? She said, no.
Right. Yeah. And that's back in the day when stealing was a art.
It
wasn't a gamble. Because we were taught to reach with that player in front of us and time their dribbles, not reaching when they get past us and all this shit. It's like a different game. You reached out there, then you're trying to get back on D, but not really. You're gonna try to reach from the back, and then you all out to play. Then you're gonna jog back and not even rotate. So it's a lot of shit how the game played differently with the defensive aspect of some of these players that are considered lockdown defenders.
exactly. And that's what I told Sia. I said, Sia, you're very talented, but I would have locked you up. She said, Mom, I would have made you fall. And so it's funny. But one of my most memorable moments was when my parents, my mom and my dad, and Vivi was like 4 or 5 years old. Yeah. And they were at my Marycrest game, and I made the game-winning basket. And I was struggling that game. I had 14 points, but it wasn't a good 14. I'm not going to lie. But I a left-hand layup with no time on the clock. It was just the most dope moment ever. Okay. My parents, both my parents, my dad is deceased as of June 4th, 22. And he was there. He would drive my mom. My mom's seen a lot of my games. Okay. My dad would drive her all the time. Okay. No matter where they were, he would drive.
Cool. Rest in power, Pops. Okay, so that's cool. What was your most, because I can clearly say that was your best moment, your best highlight of your career. Most painful or hurtful basketball moment of your career?
Not winning state. So I've had some powerful teams, and I feel like I let the girls down more than me. I just don't, there's more I could have did. So as I kept coaching, I was a better coach at Tech and MSL, but if I would have been that patient, so we developed everybody always, but I didn't use everybody always. When I got to Tech, I had to use everybody and keep developing them, but develop even more. Right. So that was sad. But I did some great things. I felt like I was in charge with Durham, because I don't want to leave out Durham. Oh wow. At Tech, we really was almost co-coaching that team. Yeah, literally, Durham was amazing. When we won regionals, and you sent us the film. You had played Racine Horley. Now you had popped us bad because you were coaching Riverside, and you popped us. But you gave me the film, and you said, "Doc, you can get them." And so, I think, did you beat them? You had beat them.
We lost to them.
Y'all lost to them. But you told me, you was like, "You can beat them." So me and Durham got the film. Shaq and Vanna got the film. So we went to the seed meeting, and they were discounting us because they Tech. And I was like, what? Y'all didn't play? I said, play anybody. We can't play Riverside. So I'm going off. And I go back, and I get on the phone with my players, and I talked to Shaq and Von. I said, they was making y'all coach act like I ain't nobody. And and my kids was like, what? Shaq was like, okay. Yeah. Send me the film, coach. Her and Vanna broke it down. They got with the team, met with the team, and Shaq probably dropped 30, and she like, Yeah, coach, go and smile at her.
Yeah,
Go and smile at her. And so that happened 3 years in a row. Shorewood, and then we put out Racine Park. But each time I would go back and tell Shaq and them don't like nobody to say nothing to their coach.
Yeah.
They could be mad at me. Don't want you to say. I said, they
shit.
making us feel like, I don't know what I'm talking about. I said, but to Shorewood and them, I said, y'all can vote how y'all want to, but you will catch the L. I was talking crazy at the C meeting.
Absolutely.
And the man, Park, he felt so bad. He fed us afterwards. He said, Coach, I'm about to shake your head because you told us this was going to happen.
Yeah.
I said, we're going to smack you.
Yeah. Now, the thing is, if I go back thinking 6 regional championships, people don't understand, and this with the respect, I don't think you get all the accolades you need to get because none of them motherfuckers got 1 regional championship and be talking like they doing something.
Yeah.
Like, for real, like, no regional championships outside of... And it's only a few. It's only a few.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough because regionals, like that regional final, you're playing somebody that's real.
Yeah.
And at MSL, I had 2 freshmen, Dee Rax, just guiding us with my shooter, Kennedy, and Shanti, my point guard, and one of the twins, because the other twin was hurt, and Nevaeh was hurt. And we made to a sectional final. We played an undefeated Laconia team. But my goodness, that would have been different with those 2 players.
Absolutely.
That's 35 points. And so, but we really played, and in the paper, they kept highlighting my 2 freshmen, which was Alina Cunningham and Jayla Butler, who are now had great freshman seasons. I'm so proud of them. I didn't miss a game. I watched Nevaeh. She was at Jefferson County. I ain't missed a game. I logged into my kids' Adia at Langston. I didn't miss many games. Like, I had to balance my time, but I watched my players. I watched the twins play. I wouldn't see them play in person. Now, they were the leading scorers on their team.
Okay.
They were my twins, Alea and Kalea.
Damn. All right, now here go the hard one. That's why I got plural.
Okay.
Who's your favorite teammates playing in your playing days? And your favorite coach or coaches?
Oh, so I got coaches is Coach Williams and Coach Ann Walker. I felt like what Chill was trying to get, Chill developed us, no doubt. But when he was trying to get that extra out of me, because he said, Doc, you got more to give. Coach Walker, crazy self, pulled it out of me. This lady would run heels with us and be like, if I beat anybody, you doing this over. I used to be like, is this like, she run 5 miles a day? I was like, let me stretch.
Right.
I'm not letting her beat me. So then when we went down, players got hurt, she guarded me in practice. I said, that's some bull. Man, I'm talking about she was an All-American.
Okay.
So I'm like, let me take care of this ball. Let me do my thing. It really helped me get better because I was focused. It was so funny. One time, so I love all my teammates at Mary Crest for sure. Tech, those are my sisters. Like every last one of them.
Okay.
My Tech, we're still all very close. So 6 of us were at the Final Four together.
Wow.
And so then more are coming next year. And so we are very, very, those Lady Trojans, we very close. My Mary Crest teammates, very close. And even my Bethany teammates, it was different. We went to Mankato, and that's different from some people coming from Milwaukee. And so we were mean. Like one day we saw them in the morning, and Serena said, y'all need makeup. I was like, yeah, because y'all ugly in the morning. And they told on us. I was like, because that would have been nothing in the city. Everybody would laugh and rib us back. Right. But it was me. We were but we liked them. We hung out. We had fun. We actually took Bethany to state. So Serena transferred from her first junior college, and she went to Bethany with us, and she only played a half semester. So the team, it was a very good team that beat us, and they was like laughing. And I was like, yeah, just wait, baby. We'll see you in January. Because just, I know Serena coming back. They don't know nothing about Fang. Okay. Fang drops 30-something plus points. I'm like, every paper my mom has, newspaper article she has, it says like, Fang 29, Richards 18, this and that. I'm like, oh, that's so dope. I didn't remember all that.
Okay. When you started playing high school, what playground was your favorite playground to go to and play at?
Samuel Clemens. It was all the legends. It's plenty legends. And then, so when we were in college, Serena's brother, Walt Fang, he would take us to Lincoln Park. And it could be somebody like 6'2". He'd be like, let her guard. Don't let him score. I'm like, is Walt crazy? Yeah, he is. Let me guard. And so when we went to college, that was sweet because he had us on Lincoln, and I'm on Samuel Clemens playing against all them killers. So they had me ready. And Gary Thomas, they would guard. They would make me play ball with them till midnight, and he'd block my shot. And he'd be like, "Ain't no girl gonna do this. Learn how to do some moves." So then that's when I learned how to do moves. So when I'm in Minnesota, I'm like cooking these. I'm cooking them because I'm doing little moves that I had to learn because Gary sending my shot over the fence.
Okay.
And so the boys really, you know how everybody pays for training?
Yeah.
The Clemens ball players, they took time for me. They took time for my team. So our team at Tech, when we were in high school, we would come to Clemens 15 deep, and we would run. We got next, and we'd be subbing like that, playing and winning. And if we lost one, they'll want us to play again because we was dope, and we really was playing.
Absolutely.
It was so. We went 20-3 that following season too. We went 20-3, but we were doing all this on our own. Where kids just don't do that no more.
Yeah. So what was your favorite go-to move?
Yeah, I'm gonna say the in and out.
In and out.
And hesitation. My hezo was crazy because it was crazy. It was crazy because I was so fast. I was lightning quick. And I would try to double pump in a minute and draw the foul. Like I don't understand how kids don't know how to draw a foul. I don't care if you're 6'4". I'm drawing a foul on you.
Yeah, yeah. So what was the counter when they took that hezo away?
It was hard. My foot speed was crazy.
Oh, they could. Wait a minute. So you saying they couldn't take your hezo away?
They couldn't take that away. I only took myself out of games. They couldn't take that away. Listen, I remember we played Washington my senior year. I was so mad. We lost by 1 point. I didn't make a field goal. I hit 14 free throws. Yeah. And so you still ain't stopping me from scoring. You still don't stop me from scoring. And they had all killers. I mean, mostly that whole starting five. I want to say from Washington when D1.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty sure they were so cold.
What offense did you thrive in, and what defense did you thrive in, and the ones you didn't like so much?
Well, offensively, we did the triangle into with Coach Walker. I like that. Okay. Me and Mary, we did some stuff on that too, on the side, the offside. We did some great things with that. Okay. Defensively, man to man, because if you allow kids, I was showing my kids some film, and they was like, "Dang, you picking people up right away." Yeah,
man, yo, like I don't understand. Like
I'm on your heels right away because I need to give me a pick, and if I got a pick, so listen, my daughter. So Coach Palmer said he came to see us play, and he said, "Your daughter act just like you." I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah, look at that mouth. She arrogant, she cocky." I said, "What do you mean?" So then we watch a film one day, and I'm pointing at a girl as I pick her and score on her. I said, "Okay, Sia got it from me."
Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand the whole. First of all, keep the motherfucker in front of you. First of all, I don't understand how you letting somebody just blow by you without no effort, no second effort, no third effort. Like I don't understand. Like
they don't know that turn and recover. They don't have that, but they got the foot speed, but they don't use it.
How about they do know? Because I know you teaching, I know I teach it.
We do,
but they just don't do it.
They don't do it. They won't.
It's the second and third effort. They don't.
It's crazy. And those are the times when you can make great plays because the person think that you're gone. They're gone. They got you. Nah, but so and then offense, we didn't do 5 out really. Mr. Williams ran a flex. Okay. Yeah. And we thrived in that too because they gotta collapse on Serena. I don't care what you doing. Right. You gotta collapse on Serena. Serena would throw it out, and me and Bridget would be on the elbows, knock it down, jump shots. Like we were so unselfish at Tech. It was dope. That team. Right. I love my teammates from Tech. I am not Milwaukee Tech, Lady Trojans for life.
What was your biggest rival school, high school and collegiate?
Washington and King. Okay. Washington and King. King was good then. And so then in college, Anoka Ramsey. Anoka Ramsey is a team that beat us during the regular season, and we saw them upstate at Bethany, and they were walk past us and they kind of laughed. They knew who Serena and I were. They knew who we were. And Serena's like, "You see them? They kind of smirking and laughing at us." She was like, Serena said, "You better not let her score." So it's the guard and they big in the center, right? And it's me, the guard, and Serena like, "You better not let her score." And I'm like, "This girl averaged 23 points a game. She not getting it." No, I mean, like we mad because first of all, you don't ever do that. Right. We're from Milwaukee, baby. Yeah. Oh, she had 6 points, and she averaged 23. So I forgot what Serena girl might have had 3. Serena scored 51 points. Man. 51 points. And we tied that single season. We tied that record for 10 steals. We had 10 steals apiece upstate. So we hold a record.
Yeah, Fane, I'm coming to get you. Don't worry about it. Your name is dropped too much in here. I got to come get you, Fane. We'll do it. Who was the hardest player to guard in high school, collegiate, like?
High school, probably Probably Sheila from North. We used to just go at it.
Okay.
She was tough. It was a lot of them though. Moya, then all the kids from Washington, Tracy Amos, Yolanda, Sue. I'm talking about all them us could just get down. But then we all had respect for each other. You know how sometimes these kids beef too much. Like we beefing on the court.
Right.
Afterwards, it's not like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's so many. The talent was crazy back then. Everybody's like, girls were just starting out. We had a lot of people go D1. I turned down Mankato State at Bethany. I had got offered a D2 scholarship, but I took the NAIA. I liked my coach better. So when I met Coach Walker, and then Serena's coach, Serena took Mankato State. And I was like, not for me. I ain't said she's a bad coach, but it wasn't for me. And I said no. And I went with Coach Walker's best move ever.
Good,
Coach Walker cared about you outside of that court.
Right.
She would say, so when the final project, you have the big project, big thesis paper, and she made me bring, I said, Coach Walker, I got 3.5 GPA. She said, Alina, I'm not going to ask you again to bring it so I can proofread it. Now, I'm coming, I'm on my way. Now, mind you, season, I'm still scared of this lady. I'm like, I'm on my way. But she cared about us outside of basketball, and that was big that I could tell she genuinely wanted me to play for.
Yeah.
And she rode me hard. I was probably her favorite. I know I was anyway, because I'm just going to tell it. I'm just going to tell it because we had a conversation one day. I was sad about something, and I felt like I tricked off a big game, but we were having a one-on-one, and she said, if I had kids, I want my kids to be like you.
That's amazing.
So I know I'm got to be her top point guard.
Right. You said something key when you said that you knew that she looked out for kids and cared for kids like that. Yeah. It's funny how nowadays you do that for your children. You mentor, all your coaches do it, who I'm up under your umbrella. But the kids don't recognize that.
It takes time because I didn't realize how much Mr. Williams did for me until I got older. Yeah. And the one thing I want to talk about, too, is the coaches that were coaching under me or with me. I'll say, you all went on to be very successful. You ended up getting a state championship. Durham, he was very successful with Coach. Guys, like all of you guys, in Serena Fain ended up taking her Riverside to state. You guys all did well. I had no scrubs. My husband, he did an amazing job at Madison and St. John T. I still don't know. So we coaching at Tech. Durham like, let's get a game with John. I said, John T gonna beat us. He said, John T made that good. I said, they gonna play harder. They gonna play harder. He went to see him. He said, hell yeah, Doc, they gonna kick our ass. I said, that's why I ain't put him on the schedule. I ain't messing with John. John, man, he won, I want to say John won their first regional game probably ever or in a very long time. He had helped them win their first regional. I'm like, how? Your team takes an hour to get down court.
Man, that's crazy.
John did some amazing things. He don't give himself enough credit. So in the MSL, I was co-coaching with him, and he just works. Like travel to Illinois because or travel way up north. We're going to. That's how we got so far. Almost got to state. John was going to get film and breaking down teams, and then he always has the breakdown posted on the locker room, and that was good for the girls because the girls were able to read what they needed to do. Right. And it was everywhere throughout the locker room.
No doubt. Legendary coach, Alina Cunningham. Finna take a break. Be back at y'all in a minute. Welcome back to the MKE Chosen Few podcast. We're in the second half now with legendary coach, Alina Cunningham. My sister, my mentor. Ain't nothing like her. Coach, what made you want to coach?
I didn't. When I got out of college, Mr. Williams wanted me to coach a summer league. That's how I got to coach Rosalind, Maisha, and Clover and those guys. And I was like, I had a practice one day. I was like, Mr. Williams, your kid's bad. I'm not coaching them. He said, Doc, you were bad too. I said, what? I said, they naughty, they bad. I said, okay, cool. So me and Serena actually was coaching them together. Okay. And then so Rosalind would crack jokes. They'd be like, yeah, the little one be talking junk when the big one there. Talking about Serena. They were so funny. They got feel for Mr. Williams on us. They was like, Docky, okay, you had some handles. You had some whips. Your little crossover was nice. And it was so funny. Like they were some amazing kids because we was running UWM Summer League. They were 8th grade. Rosalind thought Rosalind thought she was Charles Barkley. I said, no, you're not Charles Barkley. You're Dawn Staley. You're not Charles Barkley. You're a guard. And so she had to transition, and she would work on the things that I told her, but she would give me, I'm not doing that. But her mom and Spencer said that she would go in the yard at night and she would work on the stuff. Docky make me sick, talking about I'm a guard. And this and that. And then she went back. She was the top shooter in the city conference for Mr. Williams. Like, Rosalind just leveled, and she was always so humble and so grateful. Like, she never got too big for her Docky. She brought newspaper from her Final Four. She brought newspapers back for me, and I never asked her to.
Right.
But she didn't want to sign them, and I said, "No, you gonna sign?" She's like, "Docky, I see you. I come to your house all the time." I said, "I don't give a rat's tail. You better sign these."
That's right.
And so, and if I hadn't had her sign, I'd be crying today. And I still have my mama got them. But she was at the house. She would come. Rosalind would come to our King games to support us. She would come, and she'd come back to the house and hang out. Whoever's with her had to cheer for her coach.
That's right. That's right. So we talked about all the accomplishments, all the girls going to school, you going to school, everything you did. Your biggest accomplishment was making it in the state in 2004 with Rufus King. What was the toughest loss you had in your coaching career?
Those two losses upstate, the 04 and 07. 07 was bad because we lost by one. And wow.
We was down 23 in the second half.
We had no business being down 23.
No business, though.
And but we did. So Rachel was hurt, and we didn't know that.
Yeah.
Rachel was hurt, and we didn't know that. She still played well. She was hurt, and we didn't know that. And Nellie was also hurt. Had shin splints. We didn't. That was something else. Like, kids, like me, they're not gonna not.
No, shin splints was the next year for Janelle, but she might have had.
Oh yeah, that was 08. She could have had them that year too.
That year too, because she ran cross country.
You right, but you're right. That was 08. That was 08. But Rach had back issues, and we didn't know. And that was our leading scorer. She is a goat. Yeah,
that one hurt. And I'm jumping in. This Alina shit. This Alina show, y'all. But I gotta jump in and say I would challenge that one just because I was there. That 08 loss to DSHA in the sectional semifinal because of everything we went through with all the haters.
Yes.
That people didn't even know we had. We lost a month of the season. We didn't even know what happened. We had to meet with administration about WIA because people tried to hate about Coach Cotton, who we had on the bench and all that stuff. But, I mean, we played Chicago Marshall. We had the hell of a schedule. We was ranked like 2 in the state maybe at that time.
Yeah.
I mean, the team we had, and they had to do everything in the power. But that mental breakdown that we had in that game, we were on our way because couldn't nobody fuck with us that year at all. That one hurt.
I would have to agree because we also played Whitney Young, who was ESPN 6 in the country, and we lost by 8 or 9. And we came to play. Rachel said, I really said some things to them at halftime. I said, I don't remember that. She said, Coach, I can't make it up. But she said, we told you, you're right.
Yeah.
Because they was for real. When these kids didn't go back running and telling what was our business was our business.
Our business is our business though. But that one, but yeah,
that was the most painful. You are absolutely right. But you know what? Any loss is painful for me because that's hard. I'm a sore loser and a worse winner.
No. I'm not gonna say a sore loser. That's negative. She holds on to the losses too much.
Yeah.
How about that?
I did. And I'm a worse winner. I'm a worse winner. People were calling me, we saw you dancing on the news. I said, no way. And then the second time I was dancing on the news, it was Lene Rash fault. And they like, come on, Coach. And they had taught me this dance and I'm dancing. And the news caught that too. I called Lene and said, I'm going to kill you. She just crying, laughing on the phone.
Yeah, but that's joy. That's joy. And you were setting the stage for what the fuck was going on because you wasn't getting the respect. So I'm going to stun on you motherfuckers. And that's, like, y'all not going to do what y'all do. We here, we ain't bowing down, and we beating y'all. So I'm going to show my little shit. And for them black girls to see that black woman do that allowed them to be who the fuck they were.
With that kind of love, and they were leaders. And when Rach came to us, Rach didn't like school. And she said, Coach Doc, I'm not like, I said, stop. I said, your IQ is high on the court. That means you smart as a mug. Right. And sure enough, her ACT score was high. She started getting 3 points. But Rachel told me when we were working together at Marshall, she said, Coach, you cussed me out in front of everybody and you bust me out about my grades. And I thought I was in ill. But it was just a low 2 point and I was pissed. And I got Kenyelle like that too, who now has a PhD.
Yep.
And Kenyelle said, I thought I was in ill, Coach, because you gave us a no ball practice. I don't give a rat's tail. You went from a 3 point something to a 2 point something. something. I don't care. And we got those kids for those grades, and we made sure that they took care of their academics.
Right. What would the veteran coach, retired coach, tell the rookie you when you first got the job at King in 01? Was it 01 or 2000? It was 01.
It was 2001, something like that. But I would say to use all your players. You've developed these kids. Why not use your bench? Because I love to just play 8 players. But I could have gone further if I used the players like I did at Tech and at at MSL.
Is it safe to say, as an assumption, that playing time is earned in practice? And sometimes players' motives at practice wasn't where it should have been, knowing what was coming up or their opportunities or just a fight that you should be trying to get that first team spot, that second team spot, and you relied more on that when it came to the game because you wasn't coming in it with practice the previous days before?
No, that's absolutely right. If you didn't go hard. So when I got to King, there was a young lady, I'm not gonna say her name. There was a young lady whose mom was upset with me. Yes. And it was my first year. She said, she started varsity. I said, well, she gonna start JV now because she will not be playing varsity for me. She is a walking turnover. And so I put that baby on JV, and I didn't even see her no more. But she had the potential. I wanted her to continue. Yeah. But she could have developed under Serena and John. Yeah. Because they were on the lower level. So it wasn't a knockdown. She was going to develop. Yeah. And so it worked out anyway. So
but I ride with you though with the whole using the players, all the players, because yes, I need to. Well, the coaches that think like me and you, we need to stop worrying about their feelings. That if you're only playing for that 30 seconds, you got that 30 seconds, and now you show me you went in and got the steal and made the box out, now I can trust you again and all that. Because you're right, because that 30 seconds, I might be able to sit down one of the hogs that need that 30 seconds, but then wear it down. So you're right, but it's hard because the differentiation from the skill set. So you got up here and you want to get this player all the way down here that 30 seconds, and sometimes some of them games you want to trust your it's
too close. And I really, even to this day, with diamonds, with my little, when I had the AAU team with my diamonds, and so now we got more players on that college thing because my diamonds. And so with diamonds we had took an extra tournament, and we played a team who Illinois Excitement, who we had not beaten, but we beat them with 6 players. 6 players. I love low numbers because you can just keep everybody fresh. You rotate one out. Say, okay, go light bright. Go get this one. Go get this one. And the 6th person was my 10th player on the team. Yeah, she was the 10th player that get in the game, and she did her job. I go get Sia, go get Maya, go get this one, go get that, and we blew that team out. Yeah. When you're having 13, 14, 15, it get a little hard. Yeah, I'm never doing that. I'm never doing that.
Rival team in your coaching days.
It would be Washington, Riverside. I never beat you. And so my one chance to get your little powerful team, Shaq went and got herself a technical. I was so bad. She cried. Now, you know how tough Shaq was. She said, I'm so sorry, Docky. Because her and Shayna. Yeah. Remember, both of them got in trouble. And, man, that was big. Yeah. And you got us by 10. But I was like, so mad. That was my one chance to get you. But it was Riverside. And man,
Vincent.
Oh, wow, those games went down. I don't know how I could forget Coach Hines. Me and Coach Hines talking before a game, and he's like, "Yeah, you got this game." I said, "No, you got that ref. Hate me." It was Thaddeus. I said, "Thaddeus gonna tee me up almost every time he the ref because I always be talking crazy. I deserve it." And so Hines said he get teed up about that too. So I'm like, okay, we gonna see. When Hines got the first technical, I looked down at him and said, I guess it's you.
Yeah, for sure. Legendary.
That was fun. Those games, the crowd hanging over the stands. Yeah. Totally packed. Those games always went out to where nobody blew anyone out. Those were fun.
Yeah, the 017 when we went upstate. When Serena went out there and they had Nicole picking her up full court, and Serena again having like 34, 36, something like that.
Serena was unguardable.
Out of Vincent.
But she was doing reverse layups. We're coaching her, and I'm looking, and I'm like, did that Negro just do a reverse layup in traffic?
In traffic.
She then come down and shoot a 3. I remember they were saying Rachel, Serena, and Nelly combined for 60.
60 against Washington.
Against Washington. I'm talking about they was knocking down threes. And people used to get mad and be like, yeah, Serena put her in the post. Serena was a guard. She played post to look out for the team because we was like in the cakes. And then we got Big B. And Big B did her thing. That's why we got to state that year. Big B did her thing, and she got kicked out the school, and that was a big reason why we didn't make it in OA. See, people just looked at Big B, her stats. Big B held 3 centers on one team and talking crazy. And so with her gone, I knew I was sad. I knew.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, Big B was huge.
She was huge. Big B was,
and she could shoot the track.
And she could shoot. That was my baby too. Like, and she had the worst attitude and just the Big B. I said Big B on a full scholarship too to junior college.
Yes, she did.
In Iowa.
Yes, she did.
That's another one.
Yeah.
But Big B, that was my baby. Oh, I love me some.
Yeah.
I did.
Damn. And then that 08, I'm telling that 07, 08, that was just because them kids.
Those kids were fun.
Our first kids, they classic. We ain't even talking about them for a reason, but LaQuisha, Kenyelle, Destiny,
Keena,
Danielle, Keena, Shanita,
let's talk about
all
Keena.
of them, man.
Let's talk about Keena for a second. So Keena was killed in a car accident, and but she called me. I want to say it was a week or a couple days before. And she said, Coach Doc, this coach ain't playing me, but he had to play me because everybody got in foul trouble. And I made the game-winning basket. And I sat there at that desk, and I hadn't taken calls that day. I don't know what was going on. I wasn't taking calls, but I seen, it was my baby, take this call, and we talked and chopped it up. And sure enough, that would be one of the last really good conversations. I had another one right before she died. She was just texting me, I love you, boo. But she didn't get a chance to see me right before she died when she was home. We did not, our times it mixed up, and so I so regret that. But Keena was just amazing. She was wonderful. When she came to the house, she would spoil Sia. So Sia was her baby. Yeah. She would pick Sia. Shaniqua would bully Sia all the time, and Sia would go get Keena. Keena be beating up on Shaniqua at the house. It was so funny. But that was our baby. Keena hit like 4 threes to go to state in 04 to beat Washington. That was after that Pius game. Keena said her friends was calling her talking crazy, so she said, I was ready for this game, Coach Doc. I'm ready. And it was just dope. Our Stephanie Crosley, who they used to say, that's your daughter. What about Toto? We ain't talk about our Toya Matthew. So Toya hit that game winner against Washington too, off the backboard, baby. Listen, we have so many moments and Quisha just carrying us, putting us on our back when we first. I remember Quisha hurt herself my first year, and I was almost in tears, and she looked at me. That baby rehabbed herself in about 4 days because she was like, Coach, you look too sad. She came back. We laugh about that to this day because she said I definitely came back early, but she was putting the team on her back. And then when something happened, but her and Kenyelle were running point guard for us. They were, and they did a heck of a job. They did a heck of a job. So
that lost her too at DSHA. That regional, it was a regional final at DSHA with that group at DSHA.
At DSHA, that was tough because that team had played some really good games and they were seeded poorly, but they were not by far. They were not scrubby, and I knew that though. But I said, "Oh Lord," because we had things we're still 3 years in the game, still working out kinks. But that next year, we got it together. We figured out little pieces because we were always working. We're going to always work and grind to make sure I'm getting better as a coach, we're better as a staff, and that our players are putting in work.
Right. So somebody that got a lot of texts, the coaches versus the officials thing, do you think you said you deserved some of the texts?
I did. And John said, my husband says that I didn't get as many texts as I should have. So actually, I got away with a lot, to be honest.
You got away with a whole lot.
I did. They didn't give me as many texts as I should have.
You got a lot. But see, it was situational, too. You got away with a lot in the city. Yeah. Not as much in the suburbs.
No, not in the suburbs. But the suburbs, they would be patient, but I would push them when I wanted that tech. I'm going to talk crazy because, so, like Dawn Staley talked about, it's just a difference. We don't have to call it a race thing,
No,
but
it's
just a difference to me. And some of us didn't understand that. So in the city they call the game a different way, in the suburbs they call it a different way, and we have to get on one accord because that hurts our kids when it comes to playoffs.
Do you know who got to get on that accord though? The city referees do, because they don't call it textbook. They want to let us play.
Yeah.
They want to do all that. And
Can't do that.
In the suburbs, people would say it's black and white. It's not black and white. They calling it by the rule book, and we're not used to being called by the rule book.
Exactly. You
Because
can't
we
get
don't
punched. You can't. So we punching in the city, and so when I got to Tech and MSL, I appreciated the suburban refs because that prepares you for the playoffs, and that's how we did well in the playoffs. I like those non-conference games because it helped us. You get to the city, they letting you just
everything,
take some punch, bruise. I remember one game we played Riverside. Sia had all kind of bruises. Ain't went to the line but about 2 times. I'm like, oh my Lord.
So the perception of, and I probably could speak more than this, but I had to throw it out there. The bougie black parents versus suburban parents. Now I'm saying I'm gonna say the bougie black parents versus the suburban black parents. Like with you coaching in the city, but then when you play those suburban schools, did you notice any difference with how things was, or just from your coaching, talking to people? Like which would you rather have as a parent?
The same parents that I had. So my key parents were bougie, and my MSL parents were bougie. Yeah. My Tech people, they were down. They just were down. Yeah. And so at King, my key parents helped no matter what. Yeah. So me and Mr. Allen, we did not see eye to eye, but he taped all those games for us, which helped kids to get scholarships because I was able to send out that film.
Yeah.
And Mr. Allen called me when I got to Tech. He said, Coach Doc, I used to talk crazy, and you really can coach, because if you could turn that horrible team around like you do, I've been following you, and I live in Carolina, and that touched my heart. Yeah. He called me just to congratulate the things that I was doing at Tech. He had been following, and then he also followed me at MSL as well. Right. But the parents at King were so amazing. You're going to get a few parents through as long as we've been coaching. But my good parents outweigh the bad by far.
Yeah, for sure.
They were dope.
Sure.
I'm talking about parent night at Tech. We had parent night, and then our banquet, we had like a Ponderosa buffet because my parents really got down. Some were cooks. We had a DJ, a parent that was a real DJ, plus Coach Durham, and it was just party. You hear me?
Right.
A party. So every experience, I've had best parents, best kids. I feel like God blessed me with talent everywhere I went, and I was able to, and some kids, athletes, you're just able to develop. Right. And so I'm really grateful. I don't think I thank God enough for the things He did, and that could be part of the reason, because sometimes you get big and you think you're doing that. Let me tell you this moment. I was at Pick and Save, and an old couple came, and they were talking to me, but I didn't know them, so I'm just talking to them because your mama teach you to be respectful. Right. And then they said at the end, because we be seeing you on TV. You're a coach, and you go girl. And they touched my heart. I really, literally, my eyes got watery, and I hugged them. And I wish we had cell phones and stuff, because I would have took a picture.
Absolutely.
I would have took a picture. That moment was priceless.
Right. Is AAU, or travel ball, they don't even go to AAU tournaments, so I can't call it AAU. Is travel ball ruining or running high school basketball right now?
It just depends on who you're playing for AAU. So AAU, the Diamonds that play for us, they went back to high school ready. Yeah. And 6 of our kids were ranked top 50 in the state as freshmen. And we had them since 8 years old. And so that's amazing to me. You got Maya that played at Seattle. She averaged like 6.9. You had Sia. She at Chicago State. She averaged 6.6, 3 rebounds. And Jayla averaged like 4 point something. And she started 23 games. Sia started about 12 games. Maya started about 20 something games. These kids, they went and they played. And I feel like if AAU coaches hold real practice, we had high school practices.
Right.
When they were little, teaching them the 3-man weave at 9 years old, and they didn't even know how to play.
Right.
So I don't think it's ruining if you just go play for anybody. You can't play for anybody. So we stopped coaching in 8th grade, and we let people who are more experienced with high school so that they could get looks.
Right.
And we stopped. I wanted to stop at 8th grade, no matter what. And so Sia, eventually, she played for Coach Tatum, who was phenomenal. at above the rim, and then above and beyond the rim. And then she went to play for Coach Josh in Illinois, Lady Mean Streets, who was Illinois' legends now. But Coach Josh made Sia learn 50 plays, and Sia struggled with plays at first. And now, he's like 50 plays, and you got to do this. And so Josh, one game, he tells Sia, you need to rebound this game only. And she's looking at him. He's lost his mind. The next game, I want you to use your mid-range. Shoot all mid-range. This next game, I want you to post up all little guards because you a big guard. He own her. And next thing, he see us coming to the hotel talking crazy. Next thing you know, 2 offers come in immediately. He just showed all her different strengths.
That's it.
He's 25 years old, so he's starting out like us, that young.
Yeah.
And he's amazing. His kids all go 100% so far on scholarship. D1, D2. He rarely sends them junior college.
Okay.
D1, D2. Yeah. He 100%. He's on the phone. He keeps up with his players. Coach Josh, that was worth John, my husband, he drives Sia to practices all the way to Illinois. She didn't miss any. But that was worth it. He is a good coach as well as he makes sure he promotes his players.
That's dope. So our rule in Wisconsin with the WIA transfer rule, as a freshman, you can leave at the end of the year. That's it. Otherwise, you got to sit out 365 days. If you could fix the transfer rule, what would you propose to fix it?
That they can leave anytime they want. Because if they can do that in college, they should be able to do that in the city. Because it's really, in my opinion, to stop us from building powerhouses. Because if you go somewhere and you play for 3 years or 2 years and you get your accolades, now you don't care about that. Now we're going to put together a power team and we're going to win this gold ball. Because in order to counteract the things that happens in the playoffs, you have got to have a power team because we're not used to that officiating, and then it's not that they're cheating.
Right.
It's just different. It's just different.
I call it the Eric Keeler rule from 1993 when he transferred from North to Washington, and Washington won that state title. Yeah. So they wouldn't finna let that shit happen no more.
No more. But I think that's hurting girls basketball. My little cousin Zanaya had to sit. That hurt her, but it also motivated her, and she helped MSL go and get that silver ball. She was a big part of that.
Yeah.
And so, but she had to sit. That hurt my heart.
Yeah.
My Nene did too. My Nene had to sit, and we needed her. And so that was hurtful.
Yeah, I agree. We need to, since the NCAA did it, and we trying to adopt everything the NCAA do, like switching the halves from quarters. We want the shot clock, which should be universal anyway once you get in high school. Yeah, you should get the one time to go. Then after that, you got to sit out. Just like college, you still got, if you want to move again, you got to sit out. We don't need a transfer portal, but you should get the one approved. It don't even matter. However you get up into school, that's a whole different story. If they let you in open enrollment, if you move into because if you move in the community, we're fine. But we know this is like we said, it's a city blocking thing, though. But the one time, I'm with that.
I think they should be able to leave when they want to. Coaches would need to treat kids right. So if you're about that life, if you're really good to your players and you're for them, and you're doing for them beyond basketball, they're not gonna want to leave anyway. We didn't have hardly anybody. I think one kid, I can't remember her name, transfer out of King. I had nobody leave me at Tech that didn't get kicked out.
Right.
So nobody just leaves our program. We make sure that we're a family. This is a sisterhood. My kids all still hang. They pretty much talk. That's the sisterhood part. That's that family that all coaches need to teach, because right now, I see a change where parents are jealous, and kids is so much, this my kid, everybody should have this. No, you have to earn it. You can't tell your kid, this little kid, she on her menstruation. I don't give a rat's tail if she broke her arm. If she out there, she better play.
Telling you, it's different. And now I'm in the suburbs coaching, but I'm still coaching the all-black team down there. It's a little different.
It's a little different. And I take my city kids any day, though. I do. Different. I love them.
All right, yo. We in the overtime section now. We got through the first and second half. Legendary coach Alina Cunningham right here. MKE Chosen Few podcast, Confidence in the Klutch Network. Doc, your favorite basketball shoe to play in?
My
and or where? I already see you with the Jays. You see my jerseys? Yeah, you can't help but see them motherfuckers because they white and gold. Yeah,
Nike. Any Nike that was out. I can't remember the ones because it's been so long since I played, but it was always Nike.
But we made them girls playing them Adidas that one time.
We did because they was tough. They were tough.
Like,
we went to state in those.
They were like patent blue.
I still got them.
Yeah, I still got my pair.
I got mine. I got the socks the King socks you had made for us.
Yeah.
I still got mine.
Yeah. Favorite Jordan?
Ooh, probably my 4s. Probably the 4s.
4s are dope.
Or the 13s. 4s and the 13s.
Yeah, I always go back to when I was little. Like, I got everything I needed, half of the shit I wanted. Yeah. But, Jordans got to getting pricey. My mom wasn't finna buy me $105 shoes. So I made sure to go back and get all the shit I couldn't get. Sergio Tacchini shoes and shit to get all the dope dealing shit that I seen all the hustlers wear back in the day, MCM glasses and shit. So, yeah.
They was tough. My cousin and my brother brought me my first 4s, and I played in an all-star game in high school at the Bradley Center. We were the first team to play at the Bradley Center in that all-star game. And I started too.
4s.
Yes, I had on the black 4s, black and red.
Right, if you can take four players with you to the Parker Gym from the city, who you taking?
Ooh, so in my era,
your era,
I would be taking my teammates. I'm taking Fade. I'm taking Jay Story. I'm taking Tammy Smith, Shantina. I got so many. I'm taking my Lady Trojans, baby. Any day, Bridget, all of them, any day.
All right, now here's when it get tough. And I'm putting you on the spot. 4 former players with you.
Oh,
yeah.
God. That's I will not answer that. My daughter already told me I show favoritism to the tech kids. She said, every story I have, she said it starts with the tech kids. Rachel said, Coach, your tech kids your favorite. I said, oh, y'all are. She said, they the favorite.
Yeah. You know what? When you coach for so long as we've coached and so many great kids, it ain't no hey, but that's a hard question to answer. But
and I could answer it too, but I'm not. I do got 4 I'm gonna take with me.
I got you error wise. When you started at King, you taking Danielle, Shanita, Kenyelle, Keena, and
Queesh.
The second wave. Shit, now that's when it gets tough.
That's when it gets tough. Because then you got like Rachel, you got Rita.
You got Rachel, Janelle, Rena.
You got...
You got Toto. That's fall.
Toto.
And then it's going to have to be Big B.
You name my Steph?
Big B or Steph.
You name that's my child.
Steph. Steph, of course, but...
Shanita, that's your daughter, Coach Doc.
Steph is in between both eras.
She really was.
So she was the bridge.
She really was. It's so many though. Like we're forgetting some. Like when I go home, I'll be like, dang, I forgot about that.
But you ain't say nothing. I said something. So they can get at me.
Yeah, they gonna have to.
Kenyelle was on that first group. You got Destiny. You got so many players.
Destiny. Even our Sarah. Remember our forward? She was tough. See, people forget about Sarah. I loved her. She was tough.
All right. NBA. You taking 4 from the league from any time frame. Who you taking with you?
NBA?
Yep.
So D-Wade. AI.
Of course.
So let's see center wise. Any time frame. So Giannis. I'm gonna go with Giannis.
Okay.
Kevin Johnson, because that was no Barkley. We go Barkley.
Okay.
That was my Barkley.
WNBA.
Woo, Staley. Dawn Staley, my fave. Cheryl Swoops. Cynthia Cooper. So I gotta take my Rosalind Ross.
There you go.
And wait a minute, let me go back. My Enrique. How can I be my baby? That is my all time. That's my favorite WNBA player right now is Enrique Ogumwale. She's so humble. That baby lets me when we out and we see her in big places. She lets us get numerous pictures, and then she refers to me. She calls me coach, and so then the media follows us because they think I'm important. They think I coached her, and I just love Enrique. Like her family, Mr. O, they are wonderful.
Really
like
good
she
family.
she is. Y'all need to support Enrique because she is. She told me, I said, I know you sick of us stalking you. She was at the Final Four making all those game-winning shots. And she said, Coach, she said, I love the support. It's good to see Milwaukee here. And I said, wow.
Yeah.
Never once did she, after she made the shot, I'm leaning over the railings. Enrique! I'm calling her. She stops and takes a selfie with me. I said, how dope is this? Is after she make this shot, they running in the she stops and takes a picture with me. I said, I love her. Then I had her teammate Mabry, she stopped and she did it too. I said, wow. So Enrique is
taking her with you to the park for sure. The strongest girl.
I take Alizea Blockton to the park, dude. That was my 2,000 point scorer at Marquette. That's another one of my big babies. I love her. And I don't know why she's not in the WNBA. She's so tough.
Marquette politics, G.
Yeah, you can.
Marquette politics. They switch it up. I know everything that happened.
Yes, they did that, baby.
Shout out to Natisha. She's in the WNBA.
Yeah, she's doing well. But I felt Zaya had her own spot, and they did my baby Rob. But Zaya was tough. Your baby too.
Monty Woodward. Yeah. All y'all coming on this bitch. We back now. I'm back rolling. Your top 5 NBA all time players.
We did NBA, right?
The top 5. Your top 5. We talking about your top 5 now. Now who you taking to the park with you? Your top 5 all time NBA players.
Okay, I'm gonna take Kobe. D Wade again. Yeah. I'm gonna take Shaq.
Okay, that's 3.
Shaq Diesel.
Yeah.
And Michael Jordan. How did I forget Jordan before that?
You ain't forget him. You just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I love Michael's the GOAT. Him and Kobe. Him and Kobe won. Michael Jordan won, and then it's Kobe. Like, nobody messing with them. I don't care what nobody say. I love LeBron. LeBron is a good person, a good human being, and he cold. But he just not them.
He ain't supposed to be.
He's supposed to be himself.
He's supposed to be LeBron, right.
Yeah. And they can't do some things that he can do.
Thank you.
They can't do some things he can do, but he is a good person. He care about everybody too. So Mike me. My MJ is me.
So is LeBron your 5th then?
Yeah.
Okay.
I take
That's a tough 5. Tough 5 can't gotta do the ladies, WNBA. Your top 5 all time.
All time Staley, Lisa Leslie.
Well shit, we can't even say WNBA because there's a lot of players that didn't get to play in the WNBA.
That's all right.
So.
I've got Cheryl Miller. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, Enrique. And then I'm going to take my baby Ross again.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Top 5 rappers all time.
MC Light.
Yeah.
You are the light at all. Just favorite thing. So listen. Okay. So Light.
Yep. I'm with all the shit right now. All of it.
Female or all rappers?
I don't even matter.
Tupac. That's my guy. And so then you got Latifah.
Yeah.
Yo-Yo.
Yeah. Y'all hear this list? 3 women in the top 5. And they ain't nobody batting the eye of this shit.
Can't nobody even mess with that.
Yeah.
And so, let's see. Now, I love so much rap. Who am I? D.O. to the C.
There you go. Listen to that. Now, and once again, that's late 80s, early 90s shit. The best time, the best music, all that shit. That hip-hop today, they got some shit, but it don't stand the test of that shit.
No,
it don't stand the test of that shit.
You know what Sia even said? Sia said, y'all era got best TV shows, best singers. We don't have no Whitney Houston. She said we got, we got best everything. That's why people her age and my age, we watch y'all stuff.
Yeah. What's your top 5 movies, your go-to movies?
Oh, Die Hard. I love Bruce Willis.
Okay.
And then any Tupac movie, like...
That's right. You know where the fuck you at. Yeah.
Any Tupac, Above the Rim. I mess with Juice.
Yeah.
Poetic Justice. I mess with Tupac movies. Yeah. And so I watch them over and over. What's my other one? New Jack City. I mess with New Jack City. Me and John, we reciting so much. I watch too many.
Too many movies.
I do. I'm a TV junkie. So, and then like Tupac, the movie about Tupac, the movie about the Compton in NWA. Yeah. I watched that over and over, so yeah.
Rappers want to be athletes, athletes want to be rappers. What rapper would you compare your basketball game to as a player?
Yeah. Yikes. So I would say probably Yo-Yo, because I wasn't as cold as Serena now, but I was good.
There you go. Bars. That's it right there. Yo-Yo was fucking phenomenal.
Yes.
Yo-Yo was fucking phenomenal. So it is what it is. I'm fucking with that. What actor or actress would you if you compare yourself or identify with or play you in a movie for the life of Alina Cunningham?
Gavi. I love Gabrielle Union.
Nice.
Gavi.
Right now, what was you just listening to in the car? I thought I knew what it was when you pulled up what you listening to. Right now on your phone.
I don't know if I forgot what I was listening to. You know, that's all I do is play music. But I shall tell you what it was. Oh, I was listening to Wet My Whistle. Then I was listening to that, but before that, it was Pac, baby.
Okay.
All eyes on me.
All right. What did you lead to the game?
Probably just to be mentally tough. So to be mentally prepared. So before games, I would rap sometimes.
Man,
do
cold
poetry,
raps, y'all.
No,
fuck that cold raps. You forgot cold on the front of that shit.
And so seeing them, Jayla seeing them talk about the one I did with them, that was so tough, man. And I at one point I was doing Who Am I? Yeah. So I would write a poem about the player, and at the end, everybody would have to guess who it was. So I had stopped doing it because I didn't know how they liked it, because kids don't express. And Janelle was like, I want my Who Am I? And then Dee Dee from MSL was like, Coach Doug, you go finish them Who Am I? I said, oh my God, okay. Man, I got y'all. Yeah. And so before we played Riverside, you weren't there. The other coach was there. And so they had parent night on us. And you know how I feel about that. And she had the flowers and stuff. And she was, she's cute. I'm like, look at how cute. I said, Coach has lost her mind. Cool. I had a rap already written up. The rap went crazy. It was off the my ego instrumental. And it was like, I got a couple of diaper dandies. No one could garner in the state. Like, just going crazy. And then it was Dee Dee was the new addition to our team. And then I said something about her being the new addition. Dude, they was going crazy. So Kennedy Williams is like, her name is like my coach, high school coach, Kenneth Williams. And I put that part in there. We went crazy. They was going crazy. Dude, we got them. We got them. We got them that day. Just put it that way. They were so turned up in there. So that was fun.
All right. What advice would you give to the youth right now?
Just to stay at your craft, work at your craft. Don't think that you're too good or you're good enough. And don't let anyone break your spirit. And just stay humble, help others. You can trash talk during the game, but after the game, make sure y'all cool, y'all chopping it up, and y'all might even work out together. But don't let that carry on and be messy. Like, it's getting bad. And I think that we have to uplift one another more, share and support social media. Be conscious of what you're writing on social media, because people are committing suicide off of the mean things that are said. So I just advise everybody to be cautious of what you're doing. Stop being internet bullies, because if you can't say that to that person's face, it's really not valid.
Not at all. Not at all. Craziest basketball story you have? High school, college, coaching. What's your craziest story?
When we were playing,
that you can say.
When we were playing as a coach, when we were playing Horlick and we were down, and Vanna or Shayna, one of them turned the ball over, and they looked at me, and I was like, "Let's go, we got this." I'm talking crazy. I'm in mode, and so Vanna said, she looked at me. She told me after the game, I looked at you, coach. You weren't even mad. I was like, told Shayna, let's get that shit together. Yeah. They get a Shayna, gets a steal, pass to Shaq. Shaq gets an and one. That's game. And Vanna told me, it's all because I didn't frown.
That's right.
And Shanita Landry told me that years ago. She said, Coach Doc, you lost that game. I said, no, you missed the layup. She said, you lost the game. I said, how? She said, we don't have all the players we had last year, and you usually talk us through things. You didn't talk us through this. And I had to take that L. I went back. I was mad at first. Right. And I said, she right. And she said, and then you didn't cuss us out. I said, Shanita, you the main one told me to say cotton picking. She said, no, don't do that anymore. That ain't you. She said, don't do that anymore. Call us what you got to call us. I said, okay. Right. We went on like a 9 or 11 game win streak after that. Okay. And I had to. That was a very good lesson, and I'm glad that I wasn't so stubborn that I didn't hear her, because that would have cost me a regional championship. Because she said they look at my face, and if I'm in mode, they in mode.
Tell me something people don't know about you.
That I like. I write raps, poetry. I love music. I also do my nails myself, my own natural nails. I work on houses. I lay carpet, drywall. I do everything. And so I'm a Sigma Gamma Rho. Yep. Yes. And so they got my nickname is Golden Hustle. It's golden hustle, and that's so fitting. Sia said, "That's fitting, Mom, because you just do everything."
Time out. When did you pledge?
Yes, recently, this year. Recently.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you. Yay.
You know what? I thought that shit said pretty pool.
That
shit
pretty
said
poodle.
Oh,
yes, Sigma Gamma Rho, baby.
Let me ask you a question. Is Miss Reed a Sigma Gamma Rho too?
Yes, she is.
Okay, that makes sense. Tying it back in, y'all. Tying it back in.
Moya Bayless, superstar for King. She is one as well. You know, my anti-basilisk Nikki, my basilisk Tamara Sinclair. So yeah.
So what's the title of your book?
It's going to, I don't know yet, but it's going, that book, I'm ready to start on that book. That book gonna be deep. And you guys are gonna make it great because like I said, the coaches that coached with me, you all are so successful. And I brag on that all the time. And that's probably something y'all need to hear. I brag on that. Oh, my coaches went on and did good things. Did nobody go and fail. Not one person failed.
Yeah.
Everybody did something good.
Yeah.
And so, and that was good. That meant that I knew what I needed on my staff. And you guys helped me. You did so much. Like, you did so many little things that people don't know. It was just amazing. Like, you would take care of it. You'd be like, I already did it. I already did it. And then our Lakeisha Myers, our senator, let's make sure that favorite manager all time. I got to say that. She the GOAT.
Yeah.
She was a coach. She was a coach for us.
Yeah.
She really was a coach.
Yeah.
And she was like, I'd be like, where is the she? She said, Coach, Doc, I already did it.
Yeah.
She said, your towel there, your Diet Pepsi there.
Man.
I'm like, you bought me a Diet Pepsi there. I loved her. Like, she was amazing. And I had some good ones at MSL too.
But you know what? You had everybody going all out for you because you went all out for everybody. Yeah, so it was certain reciprocity that had to happen. But it comes from your leadership. And people don't like when motherfuckers say that in the world. Like, yo, that's my mentor. That's what it is. You know, motherfuckers in these streets would be like, dawg, don't say that shit. You did that shit. I'm saying, dawg, that shit came from her, though. Like, I had the shit in me that I had, but all that shit I learned up under her and tweaked it to make it work for me. So, therefore, I had a great fucking mentor and coach. Y'all kiss my ass.
Thank you. Yeah, you did do your thing. Amazing. Amazing.
We all did. All right, so current events, we know they saying the wrong shit. We always like Kim Mulkey. Go ahead.
I rapped in I wasn't coaching. I was watching Brian. Remember I went into your locker room and that was fun.
Always. Open door policy.
That was so much fun. But I don't know which team. Monty was on the team and Bree.
Yeah.
But that was fun for me.
Yeah.
You allowed me to stay close to the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
That I want to thank you for that. Because like I'll never forget that we had so much fun and they hugged me. I felt like, wow.
Yeah, we always take care of each other.
And then you went on and beat King.
Always take care of each other. You would be hanging over the side of the thing. Hey, yo, and I'm stopping too. Just like you said, Enrique stopped. When Doc says something, okay, Doc, you want to come down? Come down, this motherfucker. Yeah, I come down. Come on in, this bitch. Come on. They're like, where's she going? She with me, y'all. Come on, she come with me. Shit, that's how I go. Current events. Shout out to LSU Lady Tigers. We always love Kim Mulkey because her flashy ass outfits.
I love
always.
And when I met her at Final Four about 3 years ago, and she was like, "Come on and give me some of those Wisconsin girls." Because she at that time Enrique was hot. She said, "I need me one too." Yeah. She just chopped it up. Mind you, the line supposed to keep moving. She chopping it up with me.
Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah. So they want to talk this Angel Reese shit. What are your feelings on the Angel Reese?
So I saw the coach that coached at Marycrest, he coached boys. Okay. And he made a long post, and I didn't like it. Mm-hmm. So I commented on there that Caitlin is the biggest trash talker. And that's okay. Her and Angel, neither one are innocent, but they making the women's game lit. That's okay that they talking trash. Caitlin never said she shouldn't have said that. She don't care. She talks trash. She talked trash to LSU. She talked trash to SC.
Vandersloot at Louisville, her home girl.
Man.
And she a jazzy one right there.
That's all I'm saying. Listen, Caitlin just cold. Yeah. Angel Reese just cold. They cannot be... Angel Reese don't give a rat's tail about what they say. She gonna do her, and I ain't mad at her. But they making it a black-white thing, and it's not that. Both of those kids are cold. Let the women's game be great for a moment. And
man, for real.
Yeah, let it be great. It's not Angel's picking on her. Caitlin started talking crazy first. Not first, but she was talking crazy too. Because I don't know who did it first, but she was talking crazy to SC. And that's my team, Dawn. I'm Team Dawn all day. Vivian Stringer's my favorite coach, though.
Yeah, when she waved
And
off
Pat
Alexis
Summitt.
though, she waved off Alexis. If they beat you and we still in the tournament together, and they beat your team, and I'm still, oh no, they waving off our homegirls. Hell no, we getting in their ass.
I got your back.
I got your back. Oh, they saying y'all can't shoot. Y'all might
Who
not
got
can't
your
shoot.
back? We
but
got your
I got
back.
you next game. I got you next game.
Exactly.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But that baby played awesome.
Yeah.
Alexa,
Yeah.
she did her thing.
Yeah.
So it is what it is, but like I don't like how they being salty because so when I played in Iowa, I actually got booed at a tournament. So I already know how they get down there. I got booed at a tournament for killing. I was killing. My coach turned around. She's cussing out the stands. She's going off. And I was like, don't worry about it because behind your back, I did this.
Oh.
Didn't give a rat's tail, and I kept on cooking their kids. I'm like, oh, y'all want to boot? Oh, cool. I'm finna keep picking y'all kids all tournament, baby.
Yeah.
You know, so Iowa is rough.
Yeah.
It's rough.
Yeah, but Dawn set the stage on Friday night about how y'all been covering us. Y'all don't want to make it about two athletes or an athlete in multiple teams. There's multiple good players, but we only heard about one.
Yeah.
And we were the undefeated team. I didn't like that, but y'all got to do what y'all got to do. So it was like when anything happened this year so far, like with Kendrick Perkins, JJ Redick talking about why Jokic got to get it. The voters are racist and JJ Redick got mad. It's coming down to the white people getting mad and you ain't supposed to say nothing to them.
Right.
So that's not cool no more. We gonna say what the fuck we say. Yeah. We got these outlets. We got our own platforms. Yeah. We gonna say our shit. So y'all can't make us feel a certain way. Y'all not gonna denigrate especially these kids too. Y'all not gonna make them feel a certain way. That's why I love Angel Reese's confidence. Now afterwards, I'm hoping that they got mental health experts down there because once she sits back and all the shit she's been taking on,
it's going.
This one it can
hit her and Caitlin as well because Caitlin she's taking some hits too. And I was telling somebody I was like, they're both freaking kids.
They're kids.
Support that man. It was a joy to watch both of them play. Kayla was. I'm South Carolina all day. Y'all know I've been South Carolina since Dawn got there, right? And I'm sitting there like, dang. See, it says Steph Curry with a ponytail.
Yeah, it's just. But no hesitation. How she was pulling. I think she should lead this year. I ain't saying come back for my senior year, but she's Iowa, so you know how they
gonna want her to come back. But if she leaves, she's gonna break the bank. Her and Aaliyah Boston. At least Aaliyah Boston's so tough to me, and everybody don't give her credit because she just don't overtake her team. But she's making it. She did a balance thing with hers. It was like a balance. She made sure she did what she needed to do when she needed to do it. But she didn't make that team about her. And you can't take away from what she's done and how she's carried them. She had a shaky game and officials a little shaky, I'm going to say it. And when you push, so Caitlin did push.
Yep.
The point guard pushed her. And didn't say, then they gave her the foul. How's that?
Yep.
And so Dawn speaks up. Next day, Moki gets better calls. Not all calls, but she got some better calls.
It was
a bad both ways. And so that's what people don't say.
Yeah, the most aggressive team get the calls. Mm-hmm. LSU came out with the aggressiveness. Iowa can't match that aggressiveness. Mm-hmm. So therefore, that's why LSU got banked. Remember, Reese and Poole was on the bench at the end of the first quarter.
Yep.
Iowa had their shit, but then Carson came in. Clark, she got her third, but Carson came in, had 21 in the second quarter, all that shit. So it was all good basketball. And for me, when it comes to Aaliyah Boston, why I think she shouldn't have got swept on them awards if they was gonna split one. But the reason why I put her over Caitlin is because she's a better defender.
She is, and just all around leader too. She does so many things that people don't know. Just watch her, and she takes the blame for every L almost. And she's the reason for them winning a lot of games. But that she's amazing. Nobody bragged on Zaya. Zaya was carrying that
girl's
shit.
Fucking ridiculous.
She's so cold.
Yes, she is.
And I just love how Dawn promotes her players.
Yes.
And Dawn called a timeout to help an injured player get off that court, but nobody really made noise about that. So this is the one thing I didn't like about the tournament. I never once heard them mention that Vivian Stringer took Iowa to their first Final Four. How do you not mention a icon, a legend of that nature? Like Vivian Stringer, when we met her, she was recruiting Shanita. I met her and she told me, you could call me for anything. So one of them next years, I needed her, the principals to the 55.
Yeah.
You think that didn't get sent to me?
Yeah.
And Shanita didn't even go play for her.
Yeah.
Vivian Stringer is a real one.
Yeah.
I met her again, and she was talking to me and I told her where I was from and she knew who I was. Like, that lady is incredible. And how they could not mention her hurt me.
All right.
Coach Gators even said something under my post. She said, "Thank you for sharing." I had a player on her team at that time.
Yeah. All right. What is your legacy, Doc, in your eyes?
Oh, probably just all the coaching and being able to coach my baby. That was fun to be able to coach your daughter and for her to be good. Sometimes people got to coach their kids and their kids not so good, and that's not fun. But being able to coach my kid from age 8 and then being able to coach her in high school too, that's kind of dope.
Yeah, y'all did a hell of a job with her too.
Thank you.
And y'all not done developing her, but y'all put her in a position that she can earn. A lot of people think it's the high school coaches, AAU coaches. No, it's that player and their parents that get that scholarship.
There you go. And that's what I can tell you. I had great parents at King. I had great parents at Tech and MSL. Like, my parents, they just go, they're all in. Even if they didn't feel me like that, but if I said we need to do X, Y, and Z, it's done. Jayla's mom, I talk to her all the time, and we converse, and she's like, "Okay, coach." You know, she'll pick my brain for some stuff. And sometimes I just want to bounce off of her. Yeah. But just making sure we're supporting all the girls, no matter what the level is. Coaches got to know that. I post all my kids. My big J is at Iowa and Clark. I don't like how they're doing her. But my big J is there, and I watched her games, and she was so happy. But I'm like, baby girl, sure, I'm the one. I'm proud. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. And Pius had did her dirty. I wish she was with me for more than that 1 year. Okay. But Big J, she was tough. Right. And she also, oh my gosh, I forgot about Big J. Big J add to the list.
We had like 40.
Big J.
40 right
Big
now.
J adds to the list.
Yeah. 40 in 22 years.
Yeah.
22 consecutive years, 40 players. Because you didn't take a year off.
I took 4.
You did take 4. Fuck.
I took 4 years off.
You did take 4 years off.
I took 4 years off because
sure
I watched
did.
Brian. I watched my baby. Yeah.
After Tech.
After
you
Tech.
You sure did.
Mm-hmm. And you called me and you said, "You ain't gonna send my niece to me. You better coach her." And so, yeah, and you made me apply for the MSL job. And he was like, "You know you're gonna get that. Stop playing." I was like, "All right, I'll apply." And so then that turned out to be wonderful because wonderful kids again. Yeah. Like, I love all my MSL kids. We had so much fun. They do a 2-ball with John after practice. Yeah, it's fun. This is dope.
Alina Cunningham, one of the city's greatest, did her thing in high school, did her thing in college, set the trend for all these newer coaches that came in. Challenged Washington, beat Washington, changed the game. What set the city to where it is right now is that a young lady named Shanita Landry trusted a young coach at Rufus King and went to Rufus King instead of going to Washington. And that trajectory took Rufus King to where they went to. But the leader was Alina Cunningham. We salute her. We salute our queen. Queen. We love our black women. We love all women. We love everybody. But this is about Alina Cunningham, MKE, chosen few. I think this is book 6. I'll look in the thing or whatever. So we want to thank you, Alina. We love you for everything you've done, what you continue to do for our city on the counseling aspect, all that, what you do. We love that. We love your family. Your mom is amazing all the time. Your children are amazing. John, that's my brother. Everybody, we need to make sure these people that have laid their foundation, we take the hate. The hate don't bother us. Right? This lady is fucking impeccable. We giving her flowers. Confidence in the Klutch Network, y'all. Check her out in the next book, man.
Thank
Peace.
you.